It's all heavenly on this side. Welcome to another beer review, and we're going over to the Staffordshire Brewery in Leek, and this is the Black Grouse Stout, clocking in at 4.5%, and yeah, £2.65. Bought this at a little local farm shop to us, where we bought our beef for Christmas dinner tomorrow. And they had a few beers, so I picked up a couple, both of them from the Staffordshire Brewery, but I'm probably going to drink the other one tomorrow because it is a Christmas beer. So yeah, our Black Grouse Stout has been triple filtered for a clean, crisp finish, and then there's really not too much to say about this in terms of a description. Quality handcrafted ale, brewed the traditional way. If I could read properly, that would be great. Now, I've had a couple of beers from the Staffordshire Brewery, more along the lines of like IPAs, pale ales, and like golden ales, and I didn't really think much of them, but I think that's because when it comes to like the real ale breweries, when you get like a golden ale or a blonde ale or a pale ale or an IPA, it's hard to differentiate a lot of the time between the breweries. So I think what I've found is you get a lot more diamonds when you go to the stronger flavoured styles. So yeah, Black Grouse Stout. Looking forward to giving this a try. And I'm going to make this quick because we're going to be watching Star Wars: The Force Awakens on Sky, and I think going to the dark side will. I'm just going to stop that right there. But as you can see, it's pouring like engine oil. Almost got a nice little glug. And yeah, from what I'm seeing, it's a really, really intense sort of oaky colour. Almost going on to like a, well, darker than like a cola. But not completely jet black, but you can, see through. And if it wasn't such a dark colour, you would probably be able to see right through it because it has been triple filtered. But yeah, textbook stout in appearance, and when you do get ahead, it's of about a mocha sort of colour. Looks like a black coffee, doesn't it? Anyway, let's see what we get on the aroma. Yeah, roasty malts right away. And like almost like a burnt sort of treacle. Some smoky elements, but it's a little bit sweet. Not really like a peaty sort of smoke character. But yeah, you get a little bit of like maybe like a Worcester sauce. Maybe a tiny bit of soy sauce in there as well. It's got that savoury yet sweet sort of characteristic about it. Be a treacle, really dark treacle. Yeah, it smells like a really nice, warming, inviting stout. So let's give it a taste. Cheers. First of all, a little bit thin for my liking. When you pour in it, it looks a little bit gluggy. Not like it's got big pieces of stuff in there. But it feels like it's got a bit of weight to it. But taking a first sip, first off, I'm hit with this almost like cigarette smoke bitterness right up front. Really quite strong. And then it peters off into like a very slightly sweet, biscuity sort of direction. I've got to say, not really too much to this one, which for me is a little bit of a shame. I was expecting maybe something a little bit more of an oomph to it. Is it an awful beer? No, it's drinkable. But I could list off so many other stouts that I would pick before this one. But yeah, really cigarette sort of smoke. yeah, I can't escape that. I mean, I know that is, you know, often a characteristic like pipe tobacco and that sort of stuff. But this does taste like you've had a couple of puffs on a cigarette and it lingers. And I think that's what's slightly off-putting about this one. Is it a drain pour? Hell no. No way. It's passable. It's drinkable. But unfortunately for me personally, it's like slightly just above average. So in terms of a rating, maybe 5.5 out of 10. Yeah, a little bit disappointed, I'm not going to lie. Crisp finish, yeah, it's definitely got a crisp finish to it. And very clean. But I guess that comes down to the filtration process. But yeah, would I go out of my way to get it again? I don't think so. But would I give Staffordshire Brewery another try? Well, I've got another beer of theirs, and I would like to revisit the beers that I drank before I started doing beer reviews. But this, yeah, I've got stouts here that I know will be better than this one. But you know what? If you're getting into real ales and you want to try some stouts, I think there's enough flavour there for you to get an idea of what a stout can be. But if you're a fan of stouts, then you might want to look elsewhere. And it's a real shame. I don't like to be like this when it comes to breweries, but you know, you've got to be honest. And you know, bad feedback when it's constructive is good for the brewery just as much as when you compliment a beer. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. It's almost got like a very weak, cheap black coffee sort of flavour to it. That's what it sort of reminds me of. So yeah, 5.5 out of 10. Nothing great, but you know, it's not an awful beer. I can't stress that enough. So if you've tried this one or any of the other Staffordshire brewery beers, then let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this one or which ones that I should check out in the future. Check out my stout playlist, and yeah, time to go watch Star Wars. See you guys later. Cheers.